Film what? What's the meaning of all this? Mr. Mr. C, what is going on? Well, I don't know. I was just told to come in here, and Mr. C, what is the meaning of all this? I really don't see why this needs to be recorded. Well, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, Prince giving the ball. Very thin, twist, will take your fall. Real handstand, little bit tall. 6'2", but we got Alice. Yeah, we're a little happy. To the jump wall, so you take your ball. Yeah. Got your name.
Well,
with the winning beer, Vladimir. Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald. We call him German. My bad, his name is Herman. Gregory James.
How long is this, Mr. C? What was the meaning of making a rap out of the songs of the play? Right. Well, if it isn't another random hole in the ceiling for no particular reason. Mitchell Stingle again with his drum, although why he has a drum with him, because this is supposed to be orchestra, Mr. Mitchell. And watch out for the active construction in this zone. Or site. And now there goes some more tech people, and I don't know what they're doing with that particularly, but they're doing something. Well, if it isn't a Mr. Painter game, we're not.
Checking out a microphone, sitting there for about 15 minutes, checking in.
Matter of fact, that's...
Where's on me?
Oh, Mr. Calvin, what are you doing today?
Shouldn't you be working?
What?
Shouldn't you be working?
Well, Mr. Calvin, we cannot not work when you're not working. And, well, there goes Mr. Parrott. He's stealing one of the electric circuits. And, well, that's Peter over there doing... What are you doing today, Mr. Peter?
We're painting these here.
Oh, yes, that was there. And that's Matt. No, Mr. Matt, do not die while the tech crews work out here. And, well... That's, oh, I wonder what that thing is. Well, that pretty much wraps up things here at Behind the Scenes. What the heck is that thing? And now, for day 6, Behind the Scenes. Well, if there's Mr. J, there's Calvin J. I wonder what they're doing over there. I can't really tell. There. Oh, there's some more of our tech crew trying to...
What are you filming? You can go over here with me.
What? Well, this is Mr. Alec here. What? Yes. Well, how's the play going, Mr. Alec? For several episodes of this, you have said no comment, and that is all you have said. So how's the play going?
Well, at this time, I have no comment, but thank you.
What do you mean you keep having no comment, Mr. Alec? You certainly must have something to say on it.
About Cinderella?
Yes, on the play, yes.
What are you confused about?
Oh, he doesn't want you.
Mr. Alucard, Mr. Alucard. What do you, Mr. Matt? What else do you think I'm going to do, Matt? No. Oh, confound it! Stop dying every time. I tried to. What? Because I'm giving the true essence of the behind the scenes of a Tosa West musical production. Mr. Matt, what do you think I'm going to do with this? Why do you have to keep Mr. Matt? Oh no. Not again. Now see here, Mr. Alucard. How is the play going, Mr. Alucard?
Stop! Don't talk to Alec. He can't talk.
Well,
The play's going pretty good.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Kyle Klein.
Where's the red light?
Mr. Alucard, this can't.
I kind of have a problem with Taylor thinking she's better than everyone.
No, Mr. Alec, that's not really well. Let's see. And then there's Matt, who's just about to die in a second, because whenever I try to film him for the well, if it isn't Mr. Jack, perilously close to the orchestra pit. Hello, Mr. Jack. Oh, what's with the meaning of this orchestra pit here?
It's probably for the orchestra.
Well, that's what you'd think by the name.
You put tigers in.
Well, there are none at the moment. Well, let's see what Mr. C.C. is doing at the moment. Hello, Mr. C.C.
Do my homework, man. I'm just chilling, dude.
Oh, you're doing your homework, eh?
Do my homework, man.
Well, how is the play going, Mr.
It's all good, man. I'm killing it. It's all cool, man. Love it, man. Love the cast of the crew, man.
Well,
What's
see
happening,
that.
man? They go, I love them. Peace. Man, you come here, you live your life, man. You be whoever you want to be. Ain't anybody gonna say nothing about you. It's hot. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yep.
What else you want me to say, bro?
I don't need you to say anything else. That's
It's all good, bro. It's all good.
right. Well, the tech crew seem to have taken down another one of our, curtains.
Casey McGruber?
This is Mr. Kyle Klein. Who for some reason wants to be punched in the throat. I'm not really sure why.
He does.
He's rambling on about the recent SNL-based film for no particular reason. Mr. Matt, you are not going to die every time. Oh, confound it. This is Brian Condit. No, oh, no.
That's what I did. No,
Oh, no, this is not gonna... Oh, darn. Now Matt and Brian have both been killed somehow by me filming them. Oh, dear. Well, let's see what this typical youth has to say about this production. Hello, typical youth.
Die!
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say about this production.
In the world.
What was that, Matt? Matt, see? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Mr. Matt. Every time... Now, Brian, stop with that. That's not what we do with me. Now, Matt, what would you want to say to all the people of the world? Well, they probably won't watch it, because my YouTube channel is... Oh, dear. And, no, not this again, Mr. Brian. Oh, forget this. Well, you were about to push Mr. Matt into the orchestra pit after he died once I was filming him. See, there he goes again. And then you sometimes die when I film you, but not on a frequent basis. And let's see what our tech crew is doing at the moment. And, well, they're being the tech crew. That's what they're doing. Let me see what they're doing, actually. Well, they're moving a ladder, apparently. I don't know what they're doing.
That's all you get. One interview.
Okay, what is it, Matt?
What do you mean? I thought you were supposed to ask me.
What interview? Well, how is the production going?
I think it's going well.
Well, that's good, now that you're not dying whenever I film you.
I said one interview, Tommy.
This is one interview, yes.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh, no! Stop! Matt, that's a very bad habit of yours to die when you're being interviewed and all, and never mind. Let's see. Well, they seem to be moving a ladder into the set for no real reason. I don't know why they do that. Well, there's another random hole in the ceiling. They seem to pop up so often this time of year. Some more of our tech people are being tech people at the moment. And oh, dear! In the middle of our active construction site, there are! Well, apparently there's too much active construction here at the moment.
Get out of here!
Oh dear. Our tech people seem to be very agitated by this film. Oh dear. All right, what do you two have to say? What have you... Well, Matt's too dead to tell you what you've done, Mr. Brian Pun. At the... Okay, well now they're both dead, and our typical youth here is just pushing their dead bodies over. Why would you do that, Mr. Typical Youth? Okay, we can't get an answer out of him. It lives, apparently. Now, Typical Youth, why you don't kick a man when he's down? Or pretend to shoot him in the face. And that's Brian over there, also his dead body being trampled upon by the typical youth of today. An insightful documentary on... Now see here, Typical Youth, what is this sudden outburst of violence meaning for our society?
Max.
Pretty dry.
Now, Mr. Bryant, you're dead at the moment, so you shouldn't be saying... Okay, I'm gonna try this again. I don't think they can hear me from this distance, but it seems that the tech crew are in the middle of being a tech crew and cannot hear the documentary that is being filmed about them from outside. They're active. Now see here, you, shh, don't, the tech people know I'm filming them at the moment, because whenever I try to film them, they go berserk and then start attacking the, well, Peter, yes, hello, Peter. Peter, what are you going to say? And Mr. Calvin, Mr. Calvin J, watch where you're going with this. Hey, wait a minute. Ah! Whenever I try to film you tech people, the whole place just burns down to the ground. Now, why do you think that is? Because of the active construction, that's why it is, and the narwhal. Okay, I think they're all gone now. I'm gonna make one more attempt to see... Oh. Well, I guess that figures. They all have left. And there are no... Well, let's see if there's anything to film in here. Anything. Well, here, we'll zoom in on that hand. And thus concludes Behind the Scenes. And now for the final day. Day 7 of Behind the Scenes. Well, Mr. Alcott, okay. Evidently, Mr. Alcott, hello. Let's see what Mr. C, well, if it isn't Mr. CC, okay. Mr. Wyatt, Weird. I've been doing this for 6 days, and Mr. CC seems to have forgotten the format of this. There's lots of active construction here. Well, if it isn't a Mr. N. Well, if it is... What? What does that mean, Mr. Andrew Albee? What? Mr. Andrew Albee, what? Oh.
Get out of here!
Now, see here.
Back in your hole.
What? I do not live in a hole. There is an orchestra pit, which is not quite the same thing as a hole. Now see here. Well, if that's a hole, then that would most certainly be classified as a cave, no doubt. Because now see. Oh dear. I wonder if there's still. Yep. Well, if it isn't a Mr. Matt Zanton. And now, Matt, this is rather a hard surface to. Oh dear. Well, I guess that doesn't matter then.
Well, I never follow.
Now, Matt, you know how this works. I turn this thing on, and I point it to you, and then you get all, and then you fall over like that. Yeah, exactly.